If you're gay, then you're gay. Don't pretend that you're straight. You could be who you are any day of the week.
Heard you in the mood for a little milkshake. Welcome to the Dairy Duchess Love Factory. I can whip it up, fix you up straight away. Come on the front door, you got the back door, whip it, flip it, hey. Baby, working extra service to give it to you. Didn't mean to make you nervous, you motherfucker. You got that milk money. I got that milk money. I got that milk money. I got that milk money. Me and the girls up in the club, hating assholes but I don't give a fuck. One in a month, one in a spot, buying the bar like a follow these rods. I've been working all week. Now where the hell is my drink? Hair and nails on fleek. All my girls on fleek.
Hey, what's up you guys? I'm the 245 here. Welcome back to GSA Forever. And that was MILF Money by Fergie, available on iTunes. So, yesterday we finished Neko Len, the love story of Len being turned into a cat, and apparently dating Kaito. And yesterday we finished the book, and today I've been saying that we are going to start a Kingdom Hearts kind of like a fan fiction, and this is and it's about Sora, who is the main boy in Kingdom Hearts, and then Roxas apparently his nobody. So yeah, and it's called Sora x Roxas Highschool Fanfic, and I'm going to be reading kind of the beginning and then chapter 1 to do. Alright, hold on. Alright, so the characters and settings go to their proper creators and owners, Square, I don't even know what that is, and Disney. The plot of the story is fan-made, does not reflect the opinions or ideas of the makers of Kingdom Hearts. This is my first time writing yaoi fanfiction, so bear with me here, please. Since it is yaoi, and if you don't like boy on boy, then this probably not the fanfic for you. But anyways, to the story. Rated PG-13 for a little violence towards middle and a little language, but altogether okay. And I don't remember where I got the picture from, and if you are the artist, you want me to credit you, go ahead and message me. But as far as now, I'll still say thank you. Chapter 1. If you guys want to read along, the description in the box below. People automatically assume high school crushes are hormones or foolish young love. At this point, most would agree. Though there are those exceptions, stories, or at least Roxas hopes this is exceptional. But a lot of things stand in his way of a beautiful ball in a grand mansion with a talking teapot, a magnificent ride through the world on a magic carpet. No, those things are still a long way from where Roxas stands now. The obstacles in his way are way too big to fall too long to go around. He's just waiting for a way to get through them. One said obstacle was his sexuality. Roxas has always known that he was more interested in guys rather than girls. Though this wasn't a problem for him and his friends, he still has his doubts whether his crush will return the feelings or not. And he wasn't about to let him know anytime soon. because he was unsure and extremely scared of what he would say. Would he reject him? Would he spread the fact that he was gay around school? So he stayed where he was, not interacting with one of the most popular kids at school. Another obstacle was certain sandy-haired jerk who had the time of his life tormenting Roxas. For what he was worth, Selfie was certain a guy would want to mess with, especially when his lackeys, I don't even know what those are called, aren't involved. But Roxas was usually protected by him, like his friend Axel, or in a consensual, when he wasn't cowering in the corner with him. Though these walls stand in the way between him and his crush, he was always valued and loved his life. He had great friends, an amazing family, and a great lifestyle. Even with the lack of parents, his older brother, Cloud, seemed to be able to pull them through. His wife, Tifa, also seemed to be there for Roxas when his twins, Ventus, she loved them and they were her kids and returned her affection with love to their own. Yep, his life was good. But Roxas had to admit it. It could have been better with Sora. Now we're going to add some cayenne pepper to our fish. Oh, you smell that. That's a little slice of heaven right there now, explained the southern chef, gesturing to her roasted salmon. Roxas followed her instructions to the letter, but instead of gain the so-called slice of heaven, he got a stench straight from hell. He sighed defeat and discarded the burnt meal into the trash can that was already filled with the brim with previous mistakes. At the point, Ven and him probably were going to starve before they could actually make them a meal. Oh, why didn't Tifa and Cloud have to go to some high school reunion? He opted a similar opinion. He reached into the bottom drawer under the marble counter and retrieved the 2 instant-cooked noodles and began preparing them. As soon as he poured the content into the tiny packets, he heard feet running up the stairs, which was closely followed by a slam, obviously a door. Curiously overwhelmed Roxas, and he began to investigate the reason behind the sound. He walked upstairs and opened the first door to the right of the beige hallway, Ventus' room. In it was a sight he had always despised to see. Ven sobbing maliciously onto his pillow with his arms draped over the sides of the giant queen-size bed. Roxas walked over to his pillow and buried twin and put his hand on Ventus' shoulder and began rubbing it soothingly and comfortably. Ven was surprised by the sudden touch, but he didn't fight it because he needed someone there with him right now. He looked at his brother, tears still running down his pale cheeks, and hugged him tightly, letting the liquid of his face wet the back of Roxas' shirt. Roxas hugged back and began to rock back and forth while humming a rather comforting tune. Do you want to tell me what's wrong? Asked Roxas softly. Ventus nodded, but said nothing for another few minutes, waiting for the sobs to go down. Ventus, he sobbed, and through his words were chopping up. Roxas understood. He clenched his fist at the name of his brother's bully. He had sulfur to make his life miserable, but he had protectors. Ven had no one. His friends Aqua and Terry were busy with senior year to always be there. He felt truly sorry for his brother. He wanted to punch Vantas lights out, though he would never overpower the black-haired teen. What did he do, Ven? Tell me. Ventus shook his head and buried himself deeper into his brother's neck, his tears now staining Roxas' skin with much time spent cooing the back patting. He finally pursued to recollect himself and help him. He took this, then got off his bed and then agreed a goodbye with the creak. He rarely walks over to the dark green bag, slowly took out the blue-colored notebook, and it showed it to everyone in my class, he explained, directly looking away from his brother, evidently missing the confused stare he was being given. "What is it?" questioned Roxas as he sat and retrieved the book out. It's my journal," Ventus admitted, keeping the book from his twin's sight like his gaze could suddenly make the book leave his grasp. "Like a diary?" "No, it's a journal." Fine, calm down, Ven," Roxas exclaimed, but soon realized his mistake when he saw the hurt in Ven's eyes. "I'm sorry." Ven nodded and hid his book underneath his mattress, which Roxas noticed, and turned back to his brother. "Thank you for all your help, Rock." "I really appreciate it." He hugged his brother once again instead of a subtle embrace. It was a grateful one. "Oh, I'm not done yet," announced Roxas. Ventus pulled away and looked at his brother, wondering what else his wonderful twin would do for him. "I'm gonna make him pay for doing this to you." Worry cast over Ven's face. "Why?" Though he already knew the answer. "That ass can push around strife and get away." "I don't think so." With that, Roxas turned heel and made his way to the front door, only to be beaten by his twin. "No, don't do that. You might just make it worse." "Please don't," begged Ventus, shielding the wooden oak door from Roxas. Roxas smirked at his brother before pulling him off and making a run for his car. He could hear Ven's panting breath behind him, but he was still faster than him for joining the cross-country club. He got in and drove off. He had to know where Ventus had lived for a while, because this wasn't the first time he had to visit his home for Ven. He parked his gray car near the house and marched up to the white home, with the black-haired devil knocking harshly on the light brown door with an ornamental design, and waited angrily for the reply. The dung swope and greatly shocked was underestimated to what Roxas felt when he saw who answered the call. Like a tidal wave hit him, with no warning and no way to escape. He stared at the boy who had lived there so long, despite the fact he had only probably been less than 10 interactions with him. With his life standing before him was Sora Fair. "Roxas?" These chapters are long. Oh well. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, gays, okay? Just ask the GSA. Mwah.